Hello bookers, welcome to Let's Book, which is an episode of Let's Book Visa. Ever found yourself immersed in a book only to stumble upon a phrase so exaggerated it made you chuckle, or a comparison so vivid it painted a picture in your mind? What about a situation where the outcome was the exact opposite of what was expected? If so, congratulations, you've been swept up in the intriguing world of literary devices. These tools, including hyperbole, simile, and irony, are the secret ingredients that spice up narratives, making them more engaging and impactful. Hyperbole serves up a delicious banquet of exaggeration, while simile paints vibrant imagery with the brushstrokes of comparison. Irony, on the other hand, is the master of surprise, delivering outcomes that are delightfully contrary to our expectations. These devices aren't just fancy words. They're the bridges that connect us to the heart of a story, driving its emotions, themes, and messages home. But you should not use them on the Visa meeting. You can use it on every conversations, but not on the Visa meeting, at least if you don't know very well them. By the way, you will learn them in this video. Think of the last time you were so hungry you could eat a horse. Of course, you didn't mean it literally. That's hyperbole for you. Hyperbole, derived from the Greek word, is a figure of speech that involves exaggeration, but not just any exaggeration. It's an over-the-top, grandiose, and often humorous embellishment that's used to emphasize a point or create a vivid impression. Imagine saying, "I've told you 1,000,000 times." Clearly, you haven't actually repeated yourself 1,000,000 times, but the hyperbole underscores your frustration. Or consider the phrase, "It was so cold, I saw polar bears wearing jackets." Now, we all know polar bears don't need jackets, but this whimsical exaggeration paints a picture of the biting cold in a memorable and amusing way. Hyperbole is a powerful tool in the hands of a skilled writer, capable of making the mundane extraordinary and the ordinary hilarious. Hyperbole, then, is the spice that adds a dash of dramatic flavor to the narrative soup. Ever heard someone described as being as brave as a lion or as sneaky as a fox? That's a simile at work. Similes are like the vibrant strokes of an artist's brush on a blank canvas, creating vivid imagery that helps us visualize the abstract. A simile is a figure of speech that draws a comparison, unveiling similarities between two seemingly different things. Imagine you're describing someone who is incredibly innocent. You could say, "She is as innocent as an angel," and instantly, an image of purity and virtue is conjured up. Or perhaps you're describing someone exceptionally cunning. You might say, "He is as cunning as a fox," and the listener immediately imagines a sly, crafty individual. Similes are a powerful tool in the world of literature, breathing life into words and painting vivid images that make reading a more immersive and evocative experience. Similes, therefore, are the artist's brush, painting vivid imagery within the reader's mind. Ever watched a horror movie where the character says, "What's the worst that could happen?" and immediately gets chased by a monster? That's irony for you. Irony is a literary device that thrives on the unexpected. It's like a plot twist you never saw coming, a clever ploy that turns your expectations upside down. In essence, irony is when the actual intent is expressed in words that carry the opposite meaning. It's the spice that adds a dash of surprise to a narrative, making it all the more engaging. But as with many things in literature, irony isn't just one size fits all. It comes in three distinct flavors: verbal, situational, and dramatic irony. Let's start with verbal irony, the most common type. This is where a character says one thing but means another. Think of it as sarcasm's sophisticated cousin. If a friend walks out in a hideous outfit and you say, "Well, aren't you a vision of style?" That's verbal irony. Next, we have situational irony. This is when the exact opposite of what you expect to happen, happens. Imagine, for instance, a fire station burning down, or a police station being robbed. These are ironic because they're situations where the people or places involved should theoretically be immune from such events. And then there's dramatic irony, the favorite tool of playwrights and filmmakers. This is when the audience knows something that the characters in the story do not. It's the secret that we're in on, but the characters are blissfully unaware of. Like when we know that the killer is hiding in the closet, but the character in the horror movie has no idea. These different forms of irony serve to add depth and layers to a narrative. They create suspense, humor, and sometimes a poignant sense of tragedy. Irony keeps us on our toes, making us question our assumptions and expect the unexpected. Irony, then, is a clever tool, adding unexpected twists and turns, making the narrative all the more engaging. Right now, you learned all of them, so if you want, you can use it on the Visa meeting, but still it's not recommended by us. Happy Visa meetings.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.